everyone, this is Fanfan. I'm within the Teaching Assistant Project at Rutgers University, and today I want to share some of my experience as International TA. To be a good TA is hard, and to be a good International TA is even harder. First comes first. We want to know our materials really well. As a TA, the first thing we want to do is to get prepared for the classes. So we can know the materials really well. In that case, we could teach the students and answer all the questions they might have. Also, by getting prepared for the classes, we can really build up our confidence in front of the students. Then it comes to one of the biggest challenges for our International TA, that is to teach in English. For most of us, English is not our first language, and for some of us, we have learned the courses we're going to teach in our own language, and now we have to teach in English. So here are some few tips you might want to share. First, we always want to improve ourselves. We always want to improve our pronunciations, we want to work on our accent, and we always want help from native English speakers. If you don't know the pronunciation of certain terms, make sure you ask people for help. And if there's no one around you, you can always check on certain websites and make sure you practice and practice before you go to class. Secondly, when you're in the class, make sure you speak loudly enough. If you're talking like this, the students won't be able to hear you. And if they can't hear you, how are they supposed to understand you? Also, make sure you speak slowly enough and clear enough so everyone could understand you. Thirdly, and very importantly, we're teaching in a classroom. We're not teaching on the phone. That means we don't have to speak perfect English in order to achieve effective communication. So there are all kinds of resources we could use in the classroom to help the students understand us. We could write on the blackboards, we could use PowerPoints, we could give out handouts, we can give out bullet points here, and we can ask the students questions to check if they were following us, and we could use our body languages. And if you're really worried about not making certain points clearly during the class, you can always send out emails after class to the students to straighten things up. And keep in mind that we're human beings, so once in a while, if we can't pronounce certain words clearly and correctly, it's not a big deal. Have a sense of humor, make a fun of it, and you can ask students to help you with those pronunciations. There's nothing embarrassing about that. Besides the language barriers, another big challenge for our International TAs might be the different teaching culture here in the US. And to really understand and adapt to the teaching culture here in the US, the first thing I would suggest to do is talk to the instructors of the course you are going to teach. After that, you will really understand what the instructor wants you to do and what the instructor wants the students to do. Also, you can talk to the former TAs of the course you were going to teach, and you can talk to some other experienced TAs. In that case, you know what to expect from the students, and you know what the students will expect from you. Okay, to wrap up, the take-home messages from this video will be: first, really know your materials well and prepare yourself good for the classes. Secondly, try all the resources you have to achieve effective communication with the students. And lastly, talk to people in order to adapt to the teaching culture here in the US. That's all. Hope you guys have found it helpful.